5-hour show to break down the details. Let's do it together. Welcome inside. Good morning to you. Live from Los Angeles, MLB Central, presented by Essilor, Robert Flores, Mark DeRosa. I'm Lauren Shahadi. What in the wild, wild world of sports?
Bring the heat. Come on, everyone's fired up. Bring the heat.
It is I don't even know.
I don't either.
There's no breakdown tapes we could do for this. It's a 5-hour show.
Yeah.
You could literally break the game into parts and do full shows on each part, decision making.
Yeah. Little buckets of base running.
I have a new favorite player coming off, and he didn't even play in the game.
I knew you were going to love that move, Yamamoto.
Listen, I'm coming for his heart in March. I mean that. But if Yamamoto wants me to go grab him coffee mid-game, I'll do anything that dude tells me to do right now. They won that game the minute I saw him warming up. Wow. And then Shohei Ohtani's officially AI. I want him tested, and I want to figure out, does he bleed actual blood?
Guess who watches the show, number 5? Because when I was interviewing Freddie Freeman after the game, before we started, he goes, hey. And I said, yeah. He goes, death, taxes, and Freddie Free. I said, yes.
Yeah,
Let's go.
True.
I love the game because we learned something new about someone we weren't familiar with.
Edgardo Enriquez and Will Klein.
Okay.
And tell me you knew who Will Klein was before this series started.
I'm going to be honest with you, I did.
Okay, so let's say Yamamoto
so now
goes
you put
6.
a Dodger uniform on, you're just supposed to get outs?
Oh, we know now.
We know who he is.
Mr. Klein,
Mr.
I'm well aware of your work.
The Blue Jays are well aware of his work.
You see him? You see the reactions
Yeah, because he
of his teammates. You see Kike?
I don't blame him.
He was doing heroic work.
He was on MLB Tonight after the game. He said, I probably had one more.
He was throwing gas.
Double what he had normally pitched.
We're going to get into his bio.
He is
There's
going to
so
be a
much.
postseason name that lives on.
I love that, Robert.
Great.
Wake it up, America.
Let's go.
And Canada.
12-minute highlight. Here it comes.
How dare you? We're going to...
It's one of the greatest World Series games of all time. Emotional. I'm spent emotionally. We got a ball game later tonight, which is crazy. Yeah, there's just a lot of heroes tonight. Big nights, just kept fighting. And, those guys over there, they gave everything they had. And, unfortunately, somebody's got to win that game. And, fortunately for the Dodgers, we got Freddie Freeman on our team. And, I'm just so proud of this group of men.
Game 3 by the numbers. Here it is on paper. They had to get more baseballs ready, by the way. They prepared 290 baseballs, and Tom Verducci reported around the 16th inning they had used 250.
They were going to ask people to give the foul balls back.
25 position players, 609 pitches thrown.
Sorry, I'm going to need that.
6 outs on the bases.
Stand, get a free Coke.
37 runners left on base. A game fit for a Hollywood ending, and a swing that will even further cement the fact that Freddie Freeman will not be able to have dinner in peace for the rest of time.
You and Freddie Freeman have had some moments in the postseason. Tell everybody that you were wedged in the camera well for about 5.5 hours.
5.5 hours. I charge my phone. You say my devices are always at an epic low.
You just constantly live with your phone at 30%.
I know. I charged it to 70, and then I had to listen to Joe Davis and John Smoltz, so then it was down to 10, and then I charged it to 70. Again, it was a scene. It was an arms race.
Scene. We're in Hollywood. I tell you, we were looking out over. I'm like, this was the best place to play. When you came in as a visitor, you felt like you were on display. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting there last night. It's like, this is a Hollywood script. There's a new movie that's out. Nays put me on it. Leo DiCaprio, shocker.
I've heard it's the best movie of this.
One battle after another.
Yeah.
It's kind of a comedy and an adventure. That's what this was. There were moments where I was laughing, crying. I didn't know what to feel.
You cried?
No, I didn't really cry.
I don't feel like
Freddie
you
does
cried.
it for me. I've known him so long, and to see him have iconic moments. He's an icon.
Again with his dad.
He can't go out to eat dinner anymore.
No.
We got to go private dinner clubs? Is that what we're doing?
I think that's
And Will Klein double
Will
his
Klein, you
share.
might never have to
Double
pay
his
for another
playoff
meal.
share right
no
now.
matter what happens, Nays just said it to me. No matter what happens the rest of his career, he has that moment. And these guys, I guarantee you, he might have a new car in the parking
Did you hear
lot.
John Smoltz? He said sign him right now to a 4-year contract on the air. So good.
So we're going to focus on everything. We're going to get into the nuts and bolts of everything. But I wanted to break down a Hollywood script, kind of one battle after another, and give love to 3 parts. 3 actors maybe a little bit of a supporting cast. And guys, we got to start with Ohtani. It's absolutely ridiculous what he's done. Can I just say this? His last 2 games at Dodger Stadium, he is 7 for 7 with 7 extra base hits, 5 bombs, 2 doubles, 6 RBIs, and 6 walks. Oh, and by the way, he threw 6 scoreless innings, allowed 2 hits, and punched out 10. He's going to get on the bump tonight. It's his second game with 12 total bases this postseason. Only other with 2 in a postseason career is the Bambino. It's getting out of control. He's Barry Bonds, but a #1 starter. And I think we get numb to it. And these at-bats, Christopher Sanchez, Jesus Luzardo, these lefties that put him in a kind of a little bit of a funk, he finally broke out of it. You want to talk about getting to an inside pitch. Now, we talked earlier, and Scherzer had good velocity, but Shohei's going up there saying to himself, I'm not going to get beat in with the fastball, so I can kind of sit in between. These are the at-bats, though, the Fluharty at-bats. You go back to Game 1. He punched out against Fluharty. His tush was in his dugout. He was reaching for the baseball. He was kind of confused as to where the plate is. 3-2, breaking ball up top, chest high. He allows himself to get jammed and still strong enough to drive it out the other way. And that's the beauty for me right here. The ability to move the ball all parts of the field. He was starting to get a little pull conscience, trying not to get beat in. And you see this unbelievable swing. He could do it to the pull side. He could do it opposite field. Devin, if you want to pause it right here and want to bring up the highest slug by direction, it's crazy. 2025 season, including the postseason. To the pull side, it's Cal Raleigh at the top, and then Shohei Ohtani slots in at #4, and then straight opposite field. There he is in third place. Yeah, but none of those guys punch out 10.
You bring up an excellent point.
Yeah, okay. And get treated like, well, Judge gets treated like Barry Bonds. Let's get back into the tape. Because I don't know, we got a little spray chart. It's all parts. We're putting up plaques. You know what I'm saying? They're putting up plaques here. We're sitting here being marveled. There's icons hitting right behind him that are going to be first ballot Hall of Famers, and they're just marveling at what he's able to do. And then you could say what you want, pick your spots. I don't know if he gets to swing the bat the rest of the series. Lauren, here it is, Act 2. We talked about it yesterday. It was plus 370 if Freddie Freeman was going deep. And it's death taxes and Freddie Freeman. And talk about making in-at-bat adjustments. Kind of stacking swings on top of each other. He was not happy right here. You could tell these pop-ups, he's super rotational. This is not what Freddie Freeman normally does. He is a line drive over the shortstop's head. That front shoulder, you can see nodding his head. His upper half is very rotational. Even on that double, kind of smothering that slider, top hand over the top. But what he was able to do, the greats are able to do, is take one swing. You see him against Jeff Hoffman, starting to stay up the middle the other way. One swing bleeds to the next. Fly out, still chapped. Eventually, Eric Lauer is going to come into this game, and he's going to hit a fly out to center field at an exit velocity of about 104 miles an hour. And it seemed to unlock him. Once he starts to play through the big part of the field, this is Freddie Freeman when he's going right. 3-2, gets a pitch he can handle, doesn't try and pull it, stays up the middle the other way. You can see the fly out getting rotational with the top hand. The home run, stay with that bottom hand, drive it out to center field. Just absolutely gorgeous in-game, in-at-bat adjustments. He had been struggling against the fastball, $1.60. Entering game 3, 6 for 20 on non-fastballs. The thing I noticed about Freddie last night, the battle within himself to back up the heater. He was kind of catching everything a little bit